So we've got a video that kind of talks about the history of a little bit about we call it the Jones video. Talk a little bit about the history of Colonel and Mayor Jones and why why this has come together here. So I'd like to ask to roll that video as well, please.
You may have known him, for his name took many forms. You may have been influenced by him, as he is influential even today. He came to what was then a RADMAC, the Army Aeronautical Depot Maintenance Center. He came during the height of the Vietnam War to a facility already famous for repairing Huey aircraft. After leaving the Army, he retired in Corpus Christi and remained active in the community, providing student loans to young people going to college. He tirelessly lent his support to the United Way, to the establishment of the Texas State Aquarium, and most importantly, Texas A&M University. During the legislative session which dealt with approval of the funding for the university, he spent every week in Austin presenting the case to legislators. He was also selected chairman of the Texas Turnpike Commission in Austin by then Governor Ann Richards. During all this, he served 4 terms as mayor of Corpus Christi from 1979 to 1987, and was the only Corpus Christi mayor to be honored with the title Mayor Emeritus upon retiring his gavel. More than any other honor, he was most proud of having a school named in his honor in 1991. He was proud of the fact that he only missed 4 PTA meetings at Luther Jones Elementary School. He continued his public service to the adopted city that he loved until the day he died.
What a great legacy. What a tremendous legacy to follow. And I would like to say it's a great opportunity to give his family another big round of applause for joining us today. So it is a tremendous honor to serve the depot as the commander and to serve our aviation branch and our Army and our country as the commander of Corpus Christi Army Depot. But the truth of the matter is that the depot is a civilian-run organization. And I'd like to introduce you real quick to some of the key folks who really run and manage Corpus Christi Army Depot every day. Starting, I'd like to introduce Mr. Creston Cook, Deputy to the Commander. Creston, please stand. Bob Sharp's our Chief Operations Officer, Production Operations Manager. Miss Annette Cross is our Chief of Staff. And I don't see Mark Wagner. Is Mark Wagner in the room? There he is back here. Mark, please stand up. Our Chief Financial Officer. And we've got some tremendous directors who do incredible work every day. And I'll start with Mark Gonzalez, Director of Engine Production. Rick Rincon, Director of Accessories and Rotor Blades. Victor Lopez is our Facilities Director, and his job is to manage 2.3 million square feet of industrial space in a World War II facility, and no one spends more money at the plant, I don't think, than Victor Lopez. But I will tell you that his efforts this year alone, and Victor has a black belt and he's running a lean program managing our facility. And his efforts this year alone have saved CCAD and saved our customers more than $20 million. So that's tremendous. Let's give Victor a round of applause for those lean efforts. Marco Garcia is our Director for Dynamic Components. Don Dawson is our Director for Manufacturing and Processing. I know Connie Salas is out there somewhere. She's the Director of IT Systems. And any other directors I can't see. Oh, there he is, Roy Hollins, right there, right in front of me. Director of Aircraft Production. Roy, please stand up. Aircraft Production. And there's a lot of other CCADers in the room here. I'd like to get all my CCADers to stand up and be recognized for all the great work that you do at the plant. Please stand up. Okay. And as you're taking a break and getting around, please spend some time with some CCAD folks who really do yeoman's work here doing this very important business. So I'd like to start off by showing you our new command video. So this is freshly minted. I think it's a pretty neat product, and it really shows you in the words of some of our employees what we do at the plant. So please roll the CCAD video, the command video. And turn up the volume.
This is state-of-the-art technology.
This is a highly trained and dedicated workforce. This is the world's leading helicopter repair facility.
This is the cornerstone of aviation readiness.
This is CCAD.
Located in the South Texas coastal bend on over 158 acres, the Corpus Christi Army Depot encompasses over 2 million square feet of industrial space. We are the United States military's largest helicopter repair facility in the world. Helicopters are an invaluable asset for our military, filling the need for flexible and effective troop and supply transportation.
CCAD provides a vital service to our nation's military aviation sector. We deliver depot-level maintenance at the lowest possible cost, combining best business practices with cutting-edge technology. We are not only essential to the Army Industrial Base, but to the joint forces within DoD as well. CCAD's services and expertise also extends to the Department of Homeland Security, Department of State, and allied foreign governments.
CCAD is designated as the Center for Technical Excellence in Aviation by the Department of Defense. This allows CCAD to maintain the public-private partnerships that can help keep our costs lower and pass the savings on to the customer.
Our customer base is the most important thing to us at CCAD. We provide full aviation lifecycle service for all our customers' needs.
We service every part of the aircraft: blades, engines, transmissions, gearboxes, rotor head, rotor control, instruments, and avionics. We work with the original equipment manufacturers to ensure compliance and compatibility. All aircraft components are produced at the highest quality and at the lowest cost possible. Whether it's here at the depot or out in the field, if the aircraft can't come to us, we can go to the aircraft. Our CCAD field teams can mobilize to be there to evaluate and make repairs.
We also bring our service members to the aircraft. Being at the depot exposes them to aspects of repair not normally found in the field. They gain valuable experience working side by side with our highly trained artisans. Here they can rapidly develop the skills to maintain the aircraft they service and fly every day.
CCAD strives to always be on the leading edge of aviation technology. Our skilled artisans can take a damaged, aging, nearly out-of-commission aircraft and transform them. The final product that is delivered to the unit is a fully updated, state-of-the-art flying machine utilizing the latest in aviation technology. When we incorporate this technology here at CCAD, it's with an emphasis on workplace efficiency and customer cost. This leads to process improvement and gains in overall efficiency, reducing turnaround times and costs to our customers. CCAD's evolution towards computer-controlled machinery is driven by our customers' needs and the changing landscape of manufacturing. Parts programs are entered and stored into the systems, which allows for reduced machine and employee time. Cutting-edge machinery such as our horizontal milling machine provides us the ability to create aircraft components with a speed and accuracy that did not exist a few years ago. Compared to conventional milling, the computer-controlled 360-degree device allows us to reduce our manufacturing time to a fraction of what it once was. Utilizing our 3D printer allows us to test the fit and compatibility of replica parts before machining, saving valuable worker hours of engineers and machinists before the part is fabricated. No matter the age or configuration of the aircraft, our stretch press can fabricate the parts needed. Whether the parts are worn out or no longer manufactured, they can be recreated better and stronger than before by our artisans. Our water jet cutting machine can produce a broad range of complex patterns, with the ability to work in various mediums up to 6-inch thick cold rolled steel. This has been instrumental to our recapitalization program here at CCAD, restoring older aircraft to better than new condition. With the Smart Transmission Test System located in our LEED Silver Energy Efficient Transmission Facility, we have reduced footprint and energy costs while increasing efficiency and production capabilities. The STTS can be utilized to test multiple aircraft transmissions on a single machine. They can also be modified in anticipation of future demands here at the depot. CCAD is a leader in metal finishing and electroplating. Our 119,000 square foot, 24-hour-a-day operation is second to none. We provide our customers with 25 operational processes in 18 lines. Additional capabilities include on-site engineering support and quality control. All of this gives CCAD capabilities unmatched anywhere else.
CCAD is the first military industrial facility to embrace the complex assembly manufacturing solution, also known as CAMS. CCAD, along with its partners, have worked to tailor the software for our needs in a remanufacturing environment. We no longer rely on written reports and transporting paperwork from shop to shop. All information is accessible digitally. This is true innovation.
Whoever the customer, whatever their need,
CCAD has the ability and expertise to get the job done.
From crash damage and full structural repair of aircraft, to recapitalization of aging aircraft to better than new condition. Every aircraft and component that leaves CCAD meets or surpasses rigorous standards of aviation safety and quality.
CCAD is poised to remain on the cutting edge of aviation technology, always striving to be better, faster, and more cost-effective. For more than 50 years, CCAD has supported the American warfighter, securing our place as the cornerstone of aviation readiness, now and in the future. We are CCAD! That's a pretty neat video. We have a great PAO team to put that together. We also try to make it so that we can take my beginning and ending out and put the new guy in, because he'll be here in July. Alan Lancetta is designated to replace me next July. And he's on board right now. He's working for General Richardson up at AMCOM, knocking out his PCCs, daylet program, and some other things. But he'll be in and around the plant, on board and with us before he takes command. And the Army couldn't have picked a better officer to come in to be the 25th commander. I was remiss that I think we have at least one former commander in the room. 21st commander of the depot, Tim Sassenrath. Are you still here in the audience? Tim, stand up, please. I don't believe that my protocol guys are tracking anybody else that served as a commander or a sergeant. And I think we got no other commanders, but we have at least one former Sergeant Major. Chick Beckman's here in the room. former CCAD Sergeant Major. Is he here? No, he's not in right now. And of course, Sergeant Major, my battle buddy, Sergeant Major Odom, please stand. I didn't ask you to stand, but please stand. Yeah, to the extent that I'm able to be effective is because I've got a great battle buddy, and Sergeant Major Dickinson and now Sergeant Major Odom have served the depot well in that regard. Okay, bring up the slides, please. I've just got 3 slides to share. That's actually 4 slides. So we'll go to the next one, please. So this is I'm going to show you 3 slides. First is our azimuth chart, the words that we chose to keep us on target, and so the vision you see there, and we throw the Army values up because it's very important for us at a plant to live up to and serve our nation, living up to the Army values. But for the vision, really to posture the depot to meet our nation's future requirements in peacetime and war. We're doing our mission today. We are now executing FY16 to the very, very best of our ability. But our eyes are on FY17 and the requirements for FY17 and then FY18 and beyond. We're looking, operationally at the tactical level and operationally every single day, we are working to meet our strategic imperatives. But certainly we have our eye on the future, and that's not just what technologies we need to bring to the plant, which is very important, or what workload we may be asked to bring to the plant, which is very important, and the engineering associated with that, but also the people. We need to make sure that we've got the right people in the right place at the right time to be able to answer the call of the United States Army, Army Aviation, and our sister services to provide material to the warfighter. And we take that very seriously. We do that really, with our strategic imperatives. The first strategic imperative is aviation and industrial safety. We run an industrial plant, and industrial safety is different from aviation safety. But we are a VPP merit site. We regained merit status after losing our star status when we had a contractor fall to his death through one of our skylights. Happened about 3 months before I took command, if I'm not mistaken. It was a tragic event. We didn't climb up on the roofs very often if they weren't leaking. And we had some uncovered skylights that we frankly were not aware of in our aging facility. And we had a contractor fall through a skylight to his death. And so we voluntarily removed ourselves from VPP Star, but we are managing the plant every single day as a Star facility. So our safety rating exceeds the requirements for VPP Star. We've reattained. We had OSHA come back in and look at us, pushed them hard. The first time they come back was 18 months. We got them right in at the 18-month mark after our tragedy, and we regained merit status. And we will bring the soonest we can possibly regain the Star. I believe it's 12 months from that inspection, and we're actively pursuing that. And again, we serve every day in the plant. Our directors, our leaders, our safety professionals. We serve every day in a plant that meets or exceeds the OSHA requirements for VPP Star, and I'm very, very proud of that. Even though we did have that tragedy, we are. If you talk to folks in a plant when you're out and about, and you ask them, one of the reasons it's important for us to get that Star back is to honor the contractor that lost his life, because if we'd have known about those skylights being uncovered, we would have done something about it. But it's just one of those things. And we are going to make sure that nothing like that ever happens again in our plant. Quality and schedule. So the second strategic imperative is and our aviation. Let me talk about aviation safety real quick. Our aviation, we've had multiple aviation safety inspections. Had the arms team down, and we're performing very well there with our aviation rate of incidents, which is extremely low. And our pilots, we've got a handful of 16 civilian and military pilots that test fly these aircraft after they've been completely disassembled and put back together. And the first time they take off, they go fly over the water. So it's a big deal. We've got a great program, and we share that and interact with my fellow aviation brigade commanders and their safety programs, and back and forth with sharing resources for check rides, safety programs, and participating with Fort Rucker. Quality and schedule is a big deal. That's the here and now. We need to be on schedule to meet the demands of our customers at a quality standard that meets and exceeds critical safety for aviation, and we strive to do that every single day. But the main thing that we know that we need to work on as a result of sequester is program management and cost. So during the surge, as we were trying to make as much as we could, as fast as we could, and meet our quality standards and meet the demands of the warfighter and our customers, there was a lot of money flowing through the plant. With the Budget Control Act and less demand from the item managers, the CCAD put a lot of material on the shelf. So a lot of the priority 1 programs we were working on, because the warfighter needed it within 30 days, are now priority 13 programs. There's better than 3 years of stock on the shelf. So we know that we've got to manage those costs and manage it down, and there's a lagging effect with that. But we are working very hard at CCAD with our headquarters at AMCOM across the financial aspects, the engineering aspects, the facilities management aspects, to bring our costs under control. And really, that goes to being better program managers. And that's our current effort, program management and cost. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about continuous process improvement in a second, but I want to share here the end state with you. Ultimately, the customers have to be satisfied. The customers of our plant, which principally are the program managers in aviation, have to be satisfied that we're meeting the schedule and we're meeting the quality requirements, because they can go somewhere else. By law, they've got to provide us 50%, but with significant reductions in demand, we've seen a serious drop-off in the labor hours requirements at the plant, and we're working hard to get that to manage that and manage down to control our cost, control the unit-funded cost of the things we make for the sake of the warfighter, and provide the aviation warfighters in the field the best value, so that those few dollars that they're getting are able to be spent on training. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but this list balanced scorecard. This is a business document that we use at the plant, but really these are key tasks and mission essential tasks. So I've talked a lot about schedule, but that's the number one in customer quality. We want to meet our revenue and expense goals, and we're a nonprofit. We want to make sure that we're meeting our goals so that we keep downward pressure on the rates, the labor rates at the depot, and the unit funded cost that you see when you check out the price of a component. Always working to make sure that we are maintaining an environment that is not just safe, but conducive to respect in the plant. And we meet all of our sharp requirements at the plant at the same time, and we've got a tremendous workforce that is respectful to each other. In the vast majority of the time, very, very few incidences that we deal with. That's because we've got a great culture at the plant, and that culture is a culture of respect. And very, very, very proud of that. But we're making significant investments in our workforce, in our supervisor training, in business training for our leaders, our business leaders, financial training for our program managers. Lots of investment made there in the local universities and trade schools, and also in DoD programs and Department of the Army programs as well. Talked a lot about finance already. I'll let that one go, but organizational improvements, my next slide, so pull that one next. So really, we're focused across what we're calling a big five, and we are trying to vertically align our process improvement so that it's not necessarily top driven down or bottom driven up, but that it's vertically aligned to meet what we need to do. We've got a lot of great lean practices. We've got a lot of super yellow belts and green belts and black belts that are out in the plant working on cost avoidance with Kevin Reese and his team at Amerdeck and across all of our value streams. But we need to drive ourselves back into the black. And these are the five, these are the big five. So building quality in our process and in production is a time saver, a money saver, and it's a confidence saver for our customers. We need to be on schedule. Fully integrate and optimize our ERP. I didn't talk about our two key supporting efforts. The first one is embracing LMP, which is an SAP program, our new ERP system since 2009. We're going from about 1,600 users to every single person in the plant as we automate the shop floor. And that's going to give us some excellent tools, and you're going to hear more about LMP later in the conference. We know we need to improve contracting and acquisition timelines at the plant. Very challenging, I think, across the board for everybody, but no less challenging for us. And a lot of that is knowing the system and teaming with those that are involved in contracting. Whether it's Army Contracting Command, DLA, or a vendor or one of our public-private partners, we were teaming up to make sure that we've got the I's dotted and T's crossed to make these very detailed and extensive timelines come together and happen on time, because we get in trouble when we go into bridge. We get into trouble when we go into a UCA scenario, and we're going to get that under control. And of course, we're always seeking to increase our productivity and orchestrate human resources. When I got to the plant 27 months ago, there were 5,400 people employed at CCAD. Today, that number is 36. So we've managed that very carefully. We've managed it very carefully. Careful hiring behind those that leave, behind our what is a relatively standard attrition rate. We've incentivized some folks to retire, and we've had to cut back on our temporary labor, our contractor support at the plant, and a lot of that's on the indirect side. But we're smaller, we're leaner, and that's because that's what the demands are from the warfighter. That is what the demands are from Army Aviation, for CCAD to manage those costs, not just in human resources, but in all the resources we consume, whether it's facilities, material we order to apply to programs, tooling, technology, and being very, very careful with the things we spend money on and have to depreciate in the future. So CCAD is doing our share. We're shouldering our share of the load there. We appreciate all the teamwork from my headquarters, and certainly our headquarters and the professionals at AMCOM, at ALC, that are helping us significantly with these efforts. But also our public-private partnerships with the business acumen they bring, and the engineering reach back and process improvement assistance that they provide, CCAD, and really the whole team. And I hope I haven't left anybody out. But that's kind of a real quick status of the plant. I want you to know that I'm very positive about the outlook for CCAD. These are very challenging times, and there's been an awful lot of work to manage reduction in workload, reduction in labor hours at the plant, reduction in the things we spend. You know, pulling that heroin needle of OCO out of your arm is a tough thing for anybody to do. But with the help of our headquarters, the civilian managers of CCAD have made that happen. And we have a positive outlook for the future. We've got $1.5 billion of funded workload on the books, and CCAD's going to get after it. So thank you very much.